The fourth card you have for your past is the Emperor. So yeah, obviously the Emperor is about, control, getting things into control, organising things, being in charge of all the things. And I think at this time you are starting to get yourself back into some kind of control. I think maybe before that you might have been, drifting or procrastinating even. You might have been saying things like, right, that's it to yourself. That's enough of that procrastination. That's enough of that kind of letting things go. I'm going to take charge of things. I'm going to do this. And I think a problem that you've had in the past is that you kind of let things distract you. And I do that too. Everyone does that. You had clear goals. I can see that you had one big thing you wanted to achieve, you're trying to do. And I think, maybe you'd start off well, and then you'd get distracted maybe by social media, maybe by people, phones, all sorts of other stuff that distracts us all day long. And I'm like that as well. And then you'd start to lose interest and you'd say, well, today was a bad day, I'll start again tomorrow. And it would go on and on and on. And I think I'm not blaming you. Don't be angry. I do that myself. And I think also some people might have been distracting you as well. I don't think they meant to, but I don't know if this is going to make sense, but there's some frustration around this. I'm seeing people maybe doing things like saying that they're going to see you at certain times, have meetings with you, or do things for you, or fix things, or whatever it is. And I think you knew that you couldn't count on them to do what they were saying that they were going to do. So I think even though you wanted things to be structured and organised and working properly, you also had to rely on other people. But then there was this feeling of not being able to rely on them, if that makes sense. So it's kind of you're waiting around for people to come and do things that they said they were going to do, but in the back of your mind you knew they wouldn't, and you kind of were stressing about that, and you couldn't concentrate because you were stressing about that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting around this. And I think, there probably were some people who you could rely on, but not a lot. That's what I'm seeing. So if this resonates, you might have to be a little bit more flexible with some of these people. I'm not saying you should feel happy about people who are late or disorganized. I'm not. I'm always early for things unless there's a big, a real reason why. But maybe things like allowing more time for them in your head. If these people are people who you have to deal with, and I think that they are. I think these people who you have to be around. They might be people you work with, maybe. I'm just thinking of something that happened to me in this. There was someone who I used to deal with, and they were always half an hour late for everything, every time, always half an hour. And, I used to tell them that the meeting time was half an hour earlier than the actual time so that they'd arrive on time. And that worked every time. So that might be a silly example, but it's like having to kind of be flexible around people without stressing yourself out and being frustrated. I mean, I could have said to them, why are you always late? Wah, 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 wah. And then, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, but it's not fair. You're always having a go at me. No, I'm not. No. And it will turn into a great big argument. And then I'd be frustrated with them. They'd be frustrated with me. We probably wouldn't have a good relationship. And I wouldn't be able to concentrate on my work or what I had to do because I'd be thinking about the annoying person and what they said and what I said and all of that stuff. So sometimes, I'm not saying you let people get away with things, but I think sometimes when you have to be around people, you have to work with them. There are ways of getting around it to kind of to work to your advantage, but also you're not annoying the people, if that makes sense. Because stressing yourself out, it just makes you less productive, just makes you more frustrated, and that doesn't help anyone. So I didn't mean to turn that into a lecture, but that's what I was seeing in that. The next card you have for your past is the Six of Wands. So this is telling me that you will achieve what you want to achieve, definitely. I'm seeing one big main goal that you'd really like to finish, and you'd really like to see the end of this, and you know that this can be successful. You know that this will lead you to something quite big if you're able to do this. But you will. This is the victory card. So if you work smartly And also, if you try to flow around the roadblocks like a kind of a fluid stream of water, instead of pushing against them like the Emperor would, I think, that's how this is going to work for you, because you're going to have to conserve as much energy as you can to be able to achieve what you want. It's going to take a lot of energy to get there, and you don't want to waste your energy on pushing against people or roadblocks or all of these things. And yeah, you might have been feeling a bit frustrated, but I think what you wanted to achieve was a good thing, and I think you're still trying to achieve this thing now. I think your intentions were really good, and I think this might have been about something that was designed to help people, so it was for other people as well. It was to help people, because the man on this card's on a horse. He's on a white horse, which which means purity. What's the word? Not resembles. Symbolizes. That's another word. Purity. So yeah, but he might also look as if he's on a high horse as well. So maybe some people see him as someone who thinks that they're a bit better than everyone else, better than other people. But this man doesn't think that at all. He's there and he's up there. He's leading. So that he can help others. He has, pure intentions. That's what I'm seeing. And you do too. So I think you did have some annoying people around you, but, there are also a lot of people around you who are supporting you, I think, wanting you to do well. But yes, this is about victory. So if you're wondering whether you're ever going to get to the end of this big thing you're working on and you're going to achieve the result you want, you will. I'm seeing that you will. And I'm also seeing some extra rewards around this. I think when you do achieve this, there'll be some other positive things that are going to come out of this for you that you weren't expecting. Because this can be about, people rewarding you, being recognized. So there might be something like that around that too. So the last card you have for your past is the Ace of Wands. So yeah, action. That's what this card is. Action. This is pure action. And, this hand is reaching out. It's giving you a gift, or it was at this time. This is a gift of motivation. This is a gift to show you where to go, how to do things, what to do. And so you'll be given this gift if you haven't already, and you're going to be able to manifest what you want. This is about action inside your head, imagining what you want, manifesting what you want, and then being shown where to go to achieve what you want. So it's like action inside your head, inside your heart, plus action outside of that, physical action, doing something. And manifestation is about, you probably know this, but I think a lot of people don't understand what manifestation is about. I think usually people who laugh and sneer at manifestation, or people who talk about that, they don't understand it. They're a bit ignorant. I've heard people say things like, oh, you can't just sit on your sofa imagining things and expect them to come to you. And of course, that's not what it's about. It's about, you putting something out to the universe, saying something like, this is what I'm going to achieve. I'm in the middle of doing it now. And I know that what I want is coming to me now. I want this and that, and this is what I'm doing. It might be something like that. And then what happens is the universe shows you things. It shows you what you need to do, where you need to go, which path you need to take to enable you to achieve what you want. So yeah, again, that. I didn't mean to go on about that. But yes, this is really fantastic. This was drawing you out of your frustrated state and bringing you into action. But not the sort of action where you're pushing and struggling like the Emperor might do. This was free-flowing. This action was positive action. I hope that makes sense, because negative action, pushing against things, struggling, isn't going to bring anyone what they want. It's the positive action and the kind of free-flowing, easy kind of action that's going to get you to what you want. It doesn't mean that you don't work hard, of course you do, but it's not struggling against. It's working toward. That's the difference. I hope that makes sense to you. So the first card you have for your present is the Ten of Wands. Speaking of struggles. So yeah, and also this is the reading of Wands. This is the reading of action. So I think you might be using some of this energy to help someone else. And I'm actually seeing this literally, this card. It's not that you're hunched over carrying a pile of wands. I don't mean that. But someone might be moving, or they might be packing, carrying things, shifting something. And I think you're happy to help this person. I think, you don't mind helping them. I think this person might have helped you in the past, maybe even financially when you needed it, or maybe they offered you help. I don't know if you took that help or not, but they were happy to help you, and it's like you're happy to help them. And I think if you're helping them, if you haven't already, if you're helping them move, I think this might be an older house, or it might have older things in this house. I think they might have something to give you, and they might have something precious to give you, I think. I don't think this is going to be precious in terms of worth a lot of money, but I think it's going to be precious to you. It might be a photograph of someone. It might be a precious item that belonged to someone, or that reminds you of someone. Something like that. It's going to mean a lot to you. And this is a very, very beautiful, precious thing that they're going to give. And it shows how much they care for you. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, the other thing I'm seeing in this card is that someone might be missing you at this time. I am seeing a romantic connection. I don't know if this is your partner or someone who's interested in you romantically, someone who's a friend, but I think there is a romantic connection, so it might be your partner. But I think that because you've been so busy, and you still are busy, they might be feeling a little bit alone. I'm getting this feeling of, I'm by myself, having to deal with everything by myself, and it's really hard. It's a real struggle. It's something like that. So just be aware of this. I mean, if you're in a relationship, just keep in touch with this person. Try to be sympathetic, or empathetic. Try to listen. I'm just getting the feeling that someone's a bit alone, and they feel as if you're leaving them alone. So make sure you include them in things, talk to them about things, see them when you can, text them, call them whenever you can, and just let them know why you're so busy. Don't leave it kind of up in the air. Leave them wondering. Say, I'm really busy, I'm really sorry. Doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. How's your day? How are you doing? Is there anything I can help you with? I'll try. I know I'm busy, but I want to try. Just let them know that you want to be there for them. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your present is the Queen of Swords. So yeah, I think maybe this person in the Ten of Wands, this person who you are helping, they might have lost a loved one. I don't know if that has anything to do with them moving or not. It might be, or they might have parted from someone, might be a divorce or something. I think this person's a really, really strong person. I think, there's someone who always seems to be coping. They're like a coper, and they just get on with things. But I think you know them very well, and I think you can sense when they do need help, and a lot of other people can't sense that. They think, oh, they're fine, they're getting on with things, but you can tell when they actually do need some help. So maybe you're not just helping them practically, you might be helping them emotionally as well. I think you're just going to be there for them, listening to them, being around them, just having you around, just having someone around. I think while they're moving these things and going through a lot of items and things, having your company is really important to them. And I think they do appreciate you. I can definitely see that. So, and they probably are telling you that. I think they're the kind of person who would tell you that. But I'm seeing that as well. So I'm just telling you that myself. So the last card you have for your present is the Moon. So I think this card might be a message to you, might be a warning to you. I think this person in the Ten of Wands, this love connection that I was seeing, they might actually be starting to worry about you. And I think this worry is still around spending so much time away from them. And I think this worry might be leading their imagination to start kind of feeling a bit insecure. They might even be imagining that you have secrets that you're not telling them, that you might be with someone else or something like that. This card can be about secrets. So their imagination might be getting away from them because you're away from them so much. That's the thing I'm seeing. So, I don't think you are keeping secrets from them. I don't think it's anything like that. You're just very busy. But again, this is what might be going through their mind. Now, I don't think they're at the stage where they're completely panicking and upset and anything like that, but they're starting to think that a bit. So I think if they're left by themselves for a long, long time with this imagination, and you don't address this and you don't talk to them and you don't say, look, this is where I was at this time, I've been busy, and I do love you, I do care about you, what can I do that will reassure you, something like that. If you don't address this and talk to them, they might start to think even more about this. It might escalate in their minds. That's what I'm seeing. So again, if this is resonating with you, just try to assure them in some way, try to reassure them. I know you're busy, I can see that, but just try to do things like connect with them as often as you can, talk to them as often as you can, include them in what you're doing, just be there. Even a little text in the morning, in the evening, a chat every day, whatever, if you can't be with them. Just keep on reassuring them, just be there for them if you can. So the first card you have for your future is the Star. I love this card, it's beautiful. I think this might be about an idea coming into your head, actually. I think you're going to get clarity, and this might be about something that might be about this thing you're trying to achieve, actually. I think, maybe you might start to see something clearly, something that felt a little bit like a puzzle to you, something you've been kind of puzzling over that you couldn't really work out how to get around. And I think this is to do with this. I think this is to do with this big thing you were trying to achieve in the Six of Wands. And I think at this time, you've got this big idea, you'll get this big idea. You're not going to be able to understand all of the details in this yet, or understand everything properly. You're just going to get this big idea, an overview of things. You go, oh, that's right, this clicks into place. I know now. I know how I'm going to solve this. I can see that. I don't know the details now. I don't know quite how I'm going to do all of this, but that really makes a huge difference, this big thing I can suddenly see. And, you'll be able to work out the rest quite easily. It won't be a problem. The Star card, the star in this card, this is big. This is a great, big, bright, golden star. And but if you look at the woman in this card, she has her back to it. She knows it's there. She's kind of washing herself by this starlight. But she's not looking directly at the star. She isn't able to see everything that's in the star. She can't see the depth or anything that's in that. She knows it's there. She's washing by the starlight. She's washing herself and she's under the bright light of the star, but she's not looking at it. So you can't quite see everything that's in this idea yet, or at this time, but you will in time. So yes, you're going to be able to see the full depth of this idea. And I think actually this is going to be the key to manifesting what you want, I think. I think you've been stuck a little bit and this idea is going to come, and then you see, oh, right, that kind of solves a lot of things. And then I can start rushing forward. This is one of the things that this hand in the Ace of Wands is giving to you, and it's coming to you at this time. This is what's being shown to you, given to you. And I think, this is going to be the key to what you want. This is something creative, I think. This is a creative idea. And I think actually this might be something new, or something that nobody's ever done before. It might be an invention, might be something that's, it's definitely something that's going to help people. I keep on seeing that. And the other thing I'm seeing in this card is that there are going to be, you're going to get this big idea and it's going to help you out. You're still going to have to work. There are going to be a lot of steps, kind of stepping stones that you're going to have to walk on before you actually get there. I'm just looking at these smaller stars around the big star, and they look a little bit like stepping stones leading you to this big star, this big goal. And so you're going to have to step on all of these smaller steps and work one step at a time until you get toward this great big goal. But this great big golden star is what you're heading for, and you're going to get this. This is a really beautiful card. It can also be about wishes coming true. So this is another one telling me that you are going to get there. You are going to get to where you want to go with this big thing that you're working toward. So the next card you have for your future is the Ace of Cups. So this is really interesting that you have this card, because if you look at the flow of water on this card, I really love this because this is kind of illustrating what I was seeing. I think in the Six of Wands, one of those cards, I think it was the Six of Wands. If It was, when I was saying that you had to kind of try to flow seamlessly around obstacles, and then you would get peace with someone, peace with people, and that would help you to achieve whatever you want. Because there's a dove on this card as well. So there's flowing water, and then there's peace with this dove. So again, this is what's going to help you. This is what's going to get you to where you want to go. Flowing peacefully around any roadblocks and, getting there. You're going to achieve these things peacefully if you follow that. And that's where you're going to have growth. They're going to lead you to the growth with these beautiful water lilies at the bottom of this card. So yeah, peace flowing around roadblocks is going to get you to where you want to go. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So this is an amazing reading for manifesting and achieving things. You are going to do this, and you have 2 aces in this reading. This is really, really fantastic. And again, share these things that you're discovering. Share this process with your partner, this person who's missing you. I'm still seeing them in this card. This card is about, emotion, obviously, as well. So I think this person might still be feeling a little bit emotional, feeling a little bit alone. So, they're missing you still, I think. And so again, open up to them as much as you can. If this is resonating with you, include them in these ideas, include them in the process and these plans. Let them know, this is what you're doing, this is why I'm away, because I'm working on this and it's so exciting, I want to share this with you. They'll love that. They just want to be included. That's all they want. And I don't think you're trying to ignore anyone. You're just busy, you're just preoccupied. And I don't think they're even saying anything to you. I don't think, they might be, but they might be saying things in an indirect way. They might be feeling really alone, really lonely, a bit emotional. They might be hinting things, but not saying things outright to you. And I'm seeing that because, I'm just looking at the stem of this cup. And just above the stem, there are these little tiny bells. And sometimes bells are a way to call out and attract attention without actually saying anything. If you think of church bells, they're to tell people to come to the church. Come in. I'm ringing this bell to make you come to me, to come to the church. Or a school bell. I'm ringing this bell to make all the students come back into class. So they're giving you some indirect messages to make you come to them, because they want you to come to them. So they're trying to reach out to you. So I'm seeing a similar thing in this card as well. But again, everything I've said, just keep in touch, keep talking to them, just tell them that just let them know that you care about them and that you don't want to ignore them. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the 9 of Wands. So yeah, perseverance, that's what this card is about. Coming forward, keeping going, even when you're tired. You are going to have times when you're tired. You're going to have times when you want to give up, like this man who's exhausted, but he's still walking forward. So I think that's the message in this card. Keep on working on this thing that you're working on. You are going to get victory. You are going to get a good result. I'm seeing that all through this reading. It's not going to be straightforward. You're going to have more problems. You're going to have more issues, obviously, but keep on moving. Don't give up. That's what this is telling me. Don't give up. I don't know if you want to do this. This might be a bit silly or cringy, but this just came into my mind. If you want to do this, you can. If you don't want to, you don't. Shut your eyes if you want to, and just imagine this great big gold star in front of you. It's beautiful, it's big, it's bright. Just picture that. Whenever you're going through a roadblock, whenever you feel like giving up with this thing, shut your eyes and imagine that star. That's what you're heading toward. That's the star of where you are going. That's leading you to where you want to go. So it might be an exercise for you to try when you are having problems, when you do feel like giving up, because you will feel like that. Don't give up. That's what I'm seeing in that